Muller. We're doing bright pink, sort 41, and this is more words with the letter G. Our headers are GU, and then some letters, and then the ending is GUE. The next header is G, ends with the letter G. And then the next header is an oddball column. We're going to have a few in there. Let's start with GU. And let's remember that all of these words are going to have a hard G. And then this first column, it's followed by a placeholder, and a placeholder is something that just kind of holds its place, and in this case it's the letter U. You don't hear the U in this first column, GU, it just is followed by the G. So go ahead and find the bolded word guess. Guess. I guess you can find the word guess. Guess. G-U-E-S-S. G-S. You don't really hear that U. It's just a placeholder. It's a hard G. That next one I want you to find is guard. A guard is someone that can stand and watch and protect someone. The next word I want you to find is guitar. Guitar. It's an instrument. The next word I want you to find is guide. Guide. A guide could be a tour guide, which could help you. A guide is usually something that aids you and helps you find something. The next word I want you to find is guilty, which means you did not do it. If you're guilty, you did not do something. And the next word I want you to find is guest. If you're a guest, you come to someone's house, so you are a guest at the party, you are invited to something. The next column is G-U-E ending. The first word's in bold, and the word is tongue, like the tongue in your mouth. Go ahead and find that word and put it up top. Tongue. Again, you don't really hear that U-E because that G is soft, and those are kind of just placeholders. They're just there. The next word I want you to find is vague. Vague. Vague means not a whole lot of information. You're not really sure on what to do. Vague. The next word I want you to find is league. You might play on a soccer league or a baseball league. The next word I want you to find is fatigue. Fatigue might mean you're weak and you don't have a lot of energy or strength. If you haven't eaten in a while, you might feel fatigue. Again, you don't hear the UE, you just hear that hard G. The next word I want you to find is plague. Plague. And there's one more word in this sort, and this word is intrigue. Intrigue, to bring to your attention, to make you interested. Intrigue. This next column is just a hard G, not followed by any placeholders or any vowels. The helper word for this is ladybug. Ladybug. Will you find the word ladybug and stick it up there? The next word I want you to find is zig-zag. That has two hard G's in it. Zig-zag. The next word I want you to find is shrug. Shrug. A shrug might be something you do with your shoulders. It's also something you might wear over your shoulders if you're cold. The next word I want you to find is iceberg. Iceberg. Ice in the middle of an ocean is an iceberg. The next word I want you to find is strong. Strong. And the next word I want you to find is catalog. A catalog is like a magazine where you can find toys or supplies. A catalog. And the next word in here is dialogue. Dialogue. A dialogue is a conversation you have with somebody else. Dialogue. And there are three words left for the oddball column. Let's talk about those a little bit. The first word I want you to stick up there is the word gauge. Gauge. If you gauge something, you kind of estimate what you think. And gauge is there because it's both hard and a soft G, but there's not really a reason for that placeholder U in there. So it doesn't really fit in either category that we just talked about. Now go ahead and find the word language. Language is also an oddball. And language is there because the final AGE in there is similar to words we talked about in our previous sort, but the U takes on like that W sound, age. That U takes on a W sound, kind of an oddball, something we haven't seen before. And the last word in here for the oddball is argue. Argue. And the U represents that long sound as well as keeping that G hard. So that G is still hard with a long U when you hear that U in the word argue, which we didn't before. Let's go over these words together. So look at the first column, the GU. Say them with me. Guess, guard, guitar, guide, guilty, guest. Be sure you're saying them with me. Let's go to the next column, GUE ending. Tongue, vague, league, fatigue, plague, intrigue. Just the hard G, ladybug, zigzag, shrug, iceberg, strong, catalog, dialogue. And the oddballs are gauge, language, and argue. And again, all hard G's, and a lot of them have that placeholder U. Nice job today, friends.